Alrighty, we back. I did want to do the firefighter, the black woman firefighter from Mobile, Alabama. So we're here, and I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This is your nosy neighbor lady show, and I think it's important to cover black women's stories. Sometimes as cautionary tales. So, Miss Kayana Adams was an Alabama firefighter, and this all happened in Mobile, Alabama. She was there for 9 months and in training. She had a tattoo on the back of her neck, and she is filing a discrimination lawsuit. She is filing those claims on the basis of race, religion, and sex because she is a lesbian and she is a Muslim. So she says she was fired because of retaliation after she reported some things that were going on while she was training. Of course, we're gonna get into those things right now, which I just took pictures with my phone just so we can get more into her story, and it was a lot, and I want to do it right. But she said she was subject to sexist and racist remarks from the moment she was hired as a result of being a black female lesbian firefighter, the suit claimed. And she said she voiced her concerns when fellow firefighters were discussing how to tie a noose during rope week. The suit went on to say, adding that a white firefighter trainee told Miss Adams that she did not want to work with a woman. Okay? So, that was the first part. So, the discussion of a noose. I don't know what type of training they do with nooses, but maybe if ladders aren't working, maybe they do ropes. Because during rope week, they must need ropes. Or like if they got to harness themselves down off of a building, if they don't have ladders, or if the ladder is broke, or I don't know what the ropes are for, because I've never. I got a cousin who was a firefighter, but he didn't ever tell me about rope week. You know, black families, we don't talk. I don't really know him. He's my cousin, but who knows him? You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. The same trainee argued with Miss Adams about her religious beliefs because she is Muslim and her sexual orientation, and for a 3-month period referred to Miss Adams as macho man. Um, you all have to tell me what you all think, but I do think that sometimes, being a member of the LGBTQ is hard on black women sometimes, or LGBTQ people. But I also know that this is a really crazy climate for those issues, because I think LGBTQ people make it hard for other LGBTQ people, just period. And then she went on to say how she was being referred to as sir and man, and that's really funny, murky waters. And guy. And she says they knew she was female but referred to her as such. And she said the same guy went out of his way to tell her about a ceremonial hazing in which new recruits were, I don't know if we could say this word, but with a mop. You fill in the blank. And insinuating that Adams would have to undergo the punishment and encroached on her personal space. And she told him to treat her with respect. So, a month after she got the tattoo, we haven't did a story in a long time, I'm realizing, like, just even reading this, but I'm trying to keep my views out the way, and we'll go to my views after we read it all. But a month after she got the tattoo in June, they say you can't have tattoos, and 2 months later, they said that you can't have tattoos above the neckline. So they forced her to cover it up. She grew her hair out. She was talking about how it take longer for black women hair to grow out. She said somebody asked her why she was Muslim. They talked about how she wanted to wear a hijab, to cover it up. And then she contacted the Firefighters Association. I don't know the name of it particularly in that city, but one of those people actually was suspended for 30 days because they did not report the incident, document the incident, or I guess didn't take the incident seriously. You know what I mean? But I just really, failure, to report, failure to investigate, failure to document, and they got suspended 30 days behind this. But they say that she was attempted to obstruct a valid order from a superior officer, ignoring orders and using disrespectful and defiant language to a superior officer. My reading was pretty bad, and we haven't read, we haven't did a story in a while over here. Actually, we really haven't, just thinking about it. But I just wanted to do this as a black woman, beware, because for me, when you all are growing and changing or getting into careers, as a black woman, you have to learn how to play the game. You have to learn how to play by the rules. You have to be ready to look and learn and play the game. That's one thing that I believe that black men have over black women. They know, like, they present this or that way to black women to act like they're not this or that. Black men know how to take stuff and keep going anyway. They know how to fit in with other groups of people. Black women do as well, but more so in corporate workplaces. But really, sometimes we struggle there too. And struggle with building communities and workplaces. When you're a firefighter and you're responsible for other people's lives you work with, this is a real organization. This is a government entity. Like, even me being job to job, you think I'm finna go to a government job and mess up? Yes, they send me things to work for them. I'm not finna go mess up in no government job. That's not nothing to play with. Now, will she win this lawsuit? Honestly, I don't know, because if she's been talking bad, if she's been violating rules, even with all these tattoos everybody is getting everywhere, and even with to be a firefighter, which is surprising to me that they would say no face or neck tattoos, but I can believe it and I can understand it, because even working with children, I didn't ever see no teachers with face tattoos. So when you're getting all these fancy tattoos everywhere, if you want to be somebody someday, you might not want to get it. But if you know you don't have no plans of being nobody, you can tattoo your whole body. But it's just like, you have to definitely play the game. But she said the tattoo is who she is as a person, and she don't regret it. And for me, knowing that money and career is a long game, later she'll regret it, because even if she received the money from this lawsuit, that money is not going to span a 20-30 year career that might have could have took her places, might have could have been promoted, might have could have really made a difference in young black women's lives, to see her, a young black girl lives who might want to be a firefighter. I think that black women, sometimes we go into places and think everybody is going to respect us and everybody should respect us. And I think that we are really coming into a racially hostile world. And I think black women need to remember that, and not remember it as be on the defense, but remember it as, when they see black women, some people do see Megan Thee Stallion. When they see black women, they might see loud, ghetto, and out of order. It's not fair and it's not right. But black women's image is really down the drain. It has been tarnished and dragged through the mud. And black men have helped promoted it. And we really have to know that everywhere we go, we're going to be judged and looked at a certain type of way until we prove ourselves otherwise. So how you carry yourself matters. Is this girl, being a young girl, was it worth it? I don't think so. Was the tattoo worth it? I don't think so. Now, was she aware of the rules? I don't know. Did they discuss them in the training? I don't know. But when you are in a career path, such as a firefighter, you are an important figure in your city, in your town. So you have to represent it as such. And I just think black women are really playing a game with their lives that you can't win. Even if I report somebody at a job, which I have, usually I always have quit plans anyway, because I know they really not going to do nothing anyway. So sometimes I report, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't care. I just do it because for the culture, and I already know I'm going to quit anyway. Because chances are I'm not going to win. And chances are, even being at jobs, I can't say that any white people got me fired at a job. I would be lying. You know what I'm saying? I have gotten fired from jobs, 2 jobs where I've been job to job, and both of those people were black men. But I just think black women coming into the workplace and you all are not familiar with these cultures. And it's like, oh, you think he should have been able to say that to her? No, but you're coming into a male-dominated field. So when you're coming into a male-dominated field, men talk a lot of mess. Even with me growing up with men, being around men talk a lot of mess. And they're going to see if you're going to take it or if you're going to cry. People who are firefighters live in the house, 3 days in the house and 3 days at home. That's how my cousin Shift used to be. He used to do 3 days in the house at the firefighter house and 3 days at home. Even when you go to the store and you see a fire truck at the grocery store, because they eat at the house. They have to trust you and build a real brotherhood or sisterhood with you and believe and trust you with their lives. I'm not saying women shouldn't go be firefighters, because I saw a lot of good articles about black women firefighters and women getting promoted as firefighters, and it's definitely a prestigious field. And when you're in a prestigious field, tattoos and stuff is just, do I want her to get the money? Yeah, I want any black woman to get some money, but at what cost? You know what I mean? And then I just think about all the young black girls that she could have, put in their mind that they could go be a firefighter. And I just think about a long, good career and a pension that she could have by the time she 54 or however long they do, or even if she want to retire. If you give people the government so many years, they still going to pay you out something. You're not going to get the max of retirement age, but you are still, good health insurance, good connections with cities. And if you work at the firefighters, the police officers, the caseworkers. When you're working in places that are government affiliated, when your kids grow up, they can work there, or somebody to pull your sister in. All those things that are community, that we talk about how black women don't have community, because we don't, but you can find community through your job and through your workplace. And they saw she wasn't built for it, and they probably did target her because they saw she wasn't built for it, and they probably meant to break her and wanted to break her, and she broke. They just wanted her to quit, but she didn't quit because she liked the training checks. But they probably did try to break her, and that's just how stuff go. It's jobs to try to break you and make you quit or see if you can stand the pressure. Do I believe they really did a hazing event? If they did really do a hazing event, it wouldn't have been that hazing event, and they wouldn't have did it to her because she a woman. But if they do, because sometimes people do hazing stuff, but it wouldn't have been extreme like that. You know what I mean? But I think that man just found a weak point on her and poked it and poked it and poked it. And prodded it and prodded it and prodded it. And even with the noose or whatever, I feel like it's coming to a point where black women really going to have to lay down their burdens down by the riverside with this black issue thing, because we can play like the black community is something to be grateful for and wonderful and the best community, but other people don't see it like that. Other people don't see the black community as this great thing that black people see. So I think that black women going to have to really close their eyes and shut their mouth and stop worrying about black issues, because you can't change nothing. You can't affect nothing. The black community ain't been changed in 400,000 years. And black men don't want to change it. And you study out there losing your job, losing your career, losing your mind for something that does not support or celebrate black women. It's coming to a point where black women will have to come to terms with that. Now, could you be mad at me? Could you want to fight me? Do you want to not believe me? You don't have to believe me. The world is going to show you that nobody cares. It's coming to that point. After the BLM and all that stuff, people think black people are a joke. And there's too many videos out supporting these things. So, as a black woman, I don't know how y'all gonna reconcile it with y'all self, or how y'all gonna get through it. I don't know where my stapler went. Here you go. Cause I just been throwing no cords over there. I don't know how y'all gonna reconcile it with y'all self. I don't know. I've already reconciled it with myself. I've already did my healing and understanding and believing and knowing that the black community don't support black women and black children. Now, you might not be where I am. We all are not in the same place, but you're going to have to make peace with that, whether you want to or not. Or you can die like Rosa Parks fighting for a black community that never gave her nothing. Somebody else was paying her rent, a white man. Somebody else has buried her. Or was that Harriet Tubman? I don't know. But I know either way, if Rosa Parks can't pay her own rent or get buried by nobody but a white man, that tell you everything you need to know right now. So you all can do that. And we do wish Miss Adams the best in her lawsuit. And we do want her to succeed. But getting in the Firefighter Academy and training and mess it up, that could have been a good, successful, long career. And even if she didn't stay a long time, that's a beautiful thing on her resume to get her a better job after that. And also, the other part I thought about was how big and wide the internet is. She probably can never apply for another government job. She can apply, but she ain't getting in. She ain't getting in. You think her name is not going to be put on the do not call list? When y'all doing all these things, the internet is going too big and too far. And she in her 20s now. What if she want to get a tattoo like that, she want to party? So she might not want to do no firefighter now or no good prestigious career now. I don't know. She might have was just down there playing. I don't know. She says she wanted to be a firefighter. But if she go and try to apply for a government job in her 30s, that's going to be on her record forever. It's not, getting fired is not a thing to do your record, but the government jobs, working in children's services, working for the police department, dispatcher, any type of government job in a government place or facility, even the food stamp office, she will not be able to work there. And not because it's technically, but because politics and people. When you mess up, even me, going to job quitting, people hit me back to come back to jobs because my name is good. Because when I go to these jobs, whether I don't like it or not, I leave. I don't cuss nobody out. I don't clown. I don't throw no hissy fit. I don't go gossiping, talking bad about people. I just leave. Do I get them a reason? No, not usually. Not usually. The last job I did tell them it was a horrible work environment. That's because she emailed me and I was feeling some type of way. But I just told her it was a horrible work environment. Will they call me next holiday? Probably. They probably still gonna send me their emails next holiday. Time I welcome back. Come back you with your beautiful self and I'm gonna be back. It is what it is. But I just hope y'all use this as a cautionary tale for your black womanhood. And just think about how y'all acting out in public in these places, okay? So just stay beautiful, innovative, and creative. And I don't know how y'all gonna feel about how I reported about this. And my reading, definitely, we haven't reported nothing in a long time. I haven't realized that my reading was a little off, but we getting back into things. So that's our black woman story, and we wish Miss Adams the best. But definitely something to talk about and something to think about. So stay beautiful and wonderful, you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.